we must do to ensure the independence of our judiciary. The bar do not work, easily, basically. I mean, the first walk was Walk for Justice. That was many, many years ago. So, yeah, this is not something we take it easy or like just walk. Nobody wants to walk under the hot sun. But the bar must stand for the independence of judiciary, and in the manner that our judicial judges being investigated, which is not right. We have a constitution, and it has to be followed. That is what we stand for, the federal constitution. So as lawyers, we must uphold the constitution, and it's important that as a body of lawyers, we show that we support the judiciary in their independence. I have always been saying that we must separate the entities, the judiciary as well as the executive and the parliament. Right now, judges are appointed by the government, which is not right. So this is something that we must aspire for: separation of judiciary, separation of executive, as well as the parliament. It is very important so that any one of us that goes to the court, we know that the judge will be independent, not being influenced by any political parties or any politicians or government. So that is so important. All of us must understand how it works. So this is what we stand for, upholding the federal constitution. So we must aspire for this separation of powers. Yeah.
Yesterday I come to the court. I don't heard that the issue of the judge be discussed in the court. I think there's another judge resign, quit the.
You mean recuse himself?
Yeah, he will not attend the
yeah, with
but there's no that issue about the Netherlands case. Netherlands judge discussed in the court. There's no.
You mean there is no...
Yesterday this issue didn't be discussed.
No, this issues has been going on for a long time. With regards to judges being, dictated by executive. We don't have evidence, but we can see kind of, decisions when it comes to, against, certain entities, then there is a suspicion about that. But of course, there is no evidence, and for as long as the judges are under or appointed by the government, there will always be suspicion. So the judge, they are not going to be brave enough, to actually go against the mainstream or opinion or whatever. But I think this is the problem. I think from what I understand, your question is that there is no issue in court with regards to questioning the judges' independence, you mean? Yeah, well, in court, it is about the case, and for the fact that this person who lives abroad and accuse a judge for whatever reason, and being investigated in the manner in which not following the constitution, because judges have a special ways of investigating them. So it must be followed according to that procedures, not by MACC, not just because one person claiming that this judge is, some hanky-panky, which is not proven, and then MACC jump onto it. Why? Because this is Najib's case, come on, this is something that is an allegation, it's not been proven yet. All this claim by this Rajapetra that the money goes into the judge, as far as we are concerned, the judge, when he was involved in 1MDB, he was the legal advisor of a bank. He wasn't a judge, and it's not connected at all. It is his right to be a lawyer for a company at that time. So, you know, if anything you want to actually take course against him, look at his judgment. Is there anything which is something which is not right? Then you appeal on that. And Najib already appealed. He lost. You know, based on the judgment, there are procedures need to be followed. And when a judge being investigated like this, what's next? You know, so a high-profile person can get all this treatment. You know, special treatment. Why? He is the same level as all of us. You know, so there is no special treatment towards anyone because we are all the same under the law. So this is something that people must understand. We do not actually do this easily. The lawyers do not want to work under the hot sun. You know, look at me, I'm like showering now. You know, it's something I hate to be under the sun. But I do it because I believe in the independence of our judiciary. And they cannot be intimidated by anyone, nor the government or anyone. You know, so this is really an injustice towards our judge. You know, he sat through the case and he already made a decision. So yeah.
Okay.